last year, right? Your team's playing really well. You're sitting in second place. You're pretty certain to make the playoffs in March. And then nearly 5 months later, you didn't play very well at all against Chicago. So this is the question. What should be like the reference point for improving this season? Do we look back on a solid regular season performance and say, okay, you guys are doing well? Or should we be looking at the way the team played in that qualifying round and say, man, there's a lot of work here to do? What do you think?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. It's hard to just dismiss, the 70 games that we played or however many games we played before. But obviously we remember the season based on what we did last, and we didn't play very good, obviously. So, I think we build on what we worked on all season long. Continue to build on that. We've added some new pieces here, which are exciting, and coming into camp day one here, ready to go.
Okay, so if there's an area of the game, of your overall game, not you, the team, that you would want to focus on this season, that you would want to improve, what would it be?
Well, I don't think we have a problem scoring goals. It's keeping the puck out of our net. Lots been made about that. So no one's putting their head in the sand here. Everyone understands where we're at, and we got to keep the puck out of our net if we want to be successful.
Great. Next question, Rob Tychkowski, Post Media.
Hey, Connor. It's a bit of a weird schedule this year. It's an all-Canadian division. There's no fans. It's kind of a baseball-type setup where you play a same team 3 times in a row. You'll be playing some teams 10 times a season. What do you make of this whole situation and the schedule that you guys are in?
It's going to be different. We got to learn on the fly, and we got to learn quick. It's going to be different for everybody. But that's the times we live in, and I'm looking forward to it. I think an all-Canadian division is exciting. It's never happened before. You look at some of the rivalries, some of the matchups. I think can make for a pretty exciting division.
I've seen a lot of predictions of how the Canadian divisions are going to go, and it's there's a lot of variety. A lot of people from Vancouver to Toronto to yourselves to Calgary. How do the Edmonton Oilers stack up in an all-Canadian division? Where do you see yourselves?
Yeah, it's an interesting division because just about anyone can win the division. But with that being said, 3 teams aren't going to make the playoffs. So a lot can be said about that throughout the league and all 4 divisions. So I think we like where we sit today. Obviously, we haven't even been on the ice yet together as a group, but like I said, we had a good season last year. Didn't finish very well. Added some new pieces, which are exciting, and so from that standpoint, I think it's exciting to be here and get this thing going.
Next question, Jack Michaels, 630 Chad. Go ahead, Jack.
Connor, in terms of quality of play, a lot of people have said, well, it's been a long time since these guys have played. But on the other hand, everyone should be healthy. Everyone's had a full season of training. I'm curious how you feel from your own perspective about you and that of your teammates, because part of me is thinking, boy, everyone should be like 100% beyond belief.
Yeah, I mean, there's no excuse not to be ready to go here. We've had lots of time to prepare, both on and off the ice, both mentally and physically. So everyone should be ready to go. Again, lots been made how last season finished. Everyone should be left with that bad taste in their mouth and come to camp ready to go.
Can you feel the difference in your own body in terms of being, I guess, more prepared? I wouldn't say that you've been unprepared, but I'm just wondering about the season of training and whether that's helped in your mind.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone's coming into camp unprepared. I don't know if many guys do anymore. So we've had obviously a little bit more time to prepare ourselves, and I think everyone's done that.
Great. Next question, Josh Clipperton, Canadian Press. Go ahead, Josh.
Hey, Connor. Thanks for doing this. You talked about the Canadian division a little earlier, but just wanted to drill down a little bit on that. In terms of the rivalries, like how heated do you think these games are going to get when you're playing the same 6 teams? You're going to play them 8, 9, 10 times a year. We know how the temperature can rise. I'm just wondering what your expectations are. And I do have another follow-up.
Yeah, I would expect games to be physical, to be intense. I remember playing Calgary in the exhibition game in the bubble. There was no fans there, and you could still feel the intensity in the building. So, there is a tension there between a lot of these Canadian teams, and you'll definitely see that over the course of the season.
And just in terms of the bigger picture, can you, as one of the faces of the game, can you speak to the optics of playing games and traveling and going province to province when a lot of the population is either strongly advised against it or restricted from doing those things? There's going to be people that say this isn't fair, that it isn't right. What would you say to that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's unprecedented times, and we're not blind to understand that we're very lucky to be able to come into work and to be able to play the game that we love. But at the same time, I think we're getting tested every day. Guys are being smart, so obviously it's a little bit of a different circumstances with the amount of testing that we're doing and all that. So, but we're doing this for the fans as well. They understand that people are stuck at home and they need something to do, and if they're hockey fans, and this should be exciting. We're going to play every other day for the next 4 or 5 months, so we're putting our bodies on the line, and not only for each other but for the fans as well. So I understand that some people may not love the idea that we're being able to travel and play, but we're lucky to be able to come into work and do it for the fans sitting at home.
Great. Final question, Tony Brar, Oilers TV. Go ahead, Tony.
Connor, Happy New Year. Apologies if this question was already asked. I was having some internet connection problems on my end, but a lot of off-season changes this past year. Dominic Cahoon, Kyle Turris, bringing back Mike Smith. There's been a lot of changes to this Oilers squad. Now, heading into training camp last year, your guys' goal was to make the playoffs. How confident are you that General Manager Ken Holland has been able to put the necessary pieces in place for you guys to not only make the playoffs this year, but potentially make a deep run?
Yeah, I mean, what Kenny and the whole staff have done over the offseason has been amazing. They don't have much to work with, and they were able to add a bunch of good pieces, a bunch of really good players, but people as well. So, Tice obviously comes in, and we're missing Cleffer, but Tice can come in and run the power play and add his personality in the room. And obviously Turi has been in the league for a long time, a veteran guy. His voice in the room will be good too, and obviously Cahoon and Smitty as well. So we've been able to add some pieces, and I think Kenny and the whole staff have done a great job, and it's up to us as players now.
And you kind of touched on it. You guys will be without Oscar Klefbom for the duration of the season, it looks like. What does that do in the locker room? Does that make everyone step up to the plate and wanting to face that challenge head on, and people knowing that you're missing such a key cog in this Oilers squad to step up and almost replace the minutes and the effort that he puts in?
Yeah, we're obviously miss Cleffer a lot. He's a huge part of our group. Plays a ton 5-on-5, penalty kill, runs the power play. So we're going to miss him a lot, but it's a good opportunity for someone to step up and we're going to take over those minutes. And I'm not sure if it's going to be one guy. I think it has to be a united effort, both on the back end and from the forwards as well. So we'll miss him a lot, but we'll have to move on without him for now.
Thanks, Connor.